Well, I mean, I feel like we have a lot more juice. So we have a lot. We always talk about emptying the tank. So we try to do that every week, every game, every practice. So just give everything we got, and one more, and then we'll get a little break before the bowl game. So, and it's for the conference championship. So all the marbles are out there, and they're there for us to take. So we're excited about that. I mean, I have a lot of faith in our defense. Obviously, I think we're the #1 scoring offense, and Memphis is right there at #2. So. If it turns into a shootout, it does. But I got a lot of faith in our defense to do their job, and they're one of the best in the American Conference at what they do. So I'm excited to see what they do against Ferguson and the boys. Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen anything change in him. He's very grateful for us, and we're very grateful for him. And I support him no matter what he does, and I'm grateful for all he's done for this program, all he's done for me, myself, and he's our guy right now. So. And hopefully he'll be our guy for a long time, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, he's like a big brother / father figure. You know, you can talk to him about anything really. You can talk to him about life in general, football, anything really. If you need somebody to vent to and stuff like that, he's not just a ball coach. He's a good person. He's a good friend, and I'm very grateful for the relationship I got with him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really dwell on that. He's got to do what he wants to do, what's best for his family and stuff like that. Obviously, I'd love for him to stay, but he's going to do what's best for him. And if he decides to stay, that's great. If he doesn't, if he decides to go somewhere else, it is what it is. But we're not focused on that right now. We're focused on winning a conference championship, winning a bowl game, and it is what it is. So I mean, that's just outside noise for this team that we can't focus on right now. Honestly, probably a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Seeing what Coach Frost did at Oregon with Marcus, obviously, like if Coach O'Leary was here, I wouldn't be here. Let me put it that way. One, I wasn't recruited by them, and two, I probably wouldn't want to run the offense that they're running. So there's probably a little bit of both. But after being here for a little while, I love UCF. I love the time I spent here. I love the fans. I love the brothers I made on the football team, and I love all the coaches as well. So it's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, I mean he's an exceptional player, and I think he's got the pieces around him. You know, he's got Anthony Miller's a great receiver. He's got other receivers around. Those running backs are hard to handle. Pollard's great in the return game and when he gets the ball in his hands. So he's not only a great quarterback, but he's got great pieces around him. How do you contain them again? That's a great question. I mean, they're the #2 offense in the country, I think, right now, behind the own UCF Knights, which is pretty cool to say. But you know, this game, they're going to know us really well. We're going to know them really well. It's always hard to play somebody the second time, but sometimes it's who knows themselves the best, I think, is going to have a tail of the tape. So it's going to be a great game. It's going to be another fun environment, I think. And, you know, I'm just hoping we come out and execute. I think it's pretty even. I mean, we both have 10+ games to look at now. I mean, I don't think there's any advantage one way or the other. I just think it's going to be them knowing us, we know them. Sometimes when you play a game early, it's a little bit of a guessing game. What do they put in new? What did you put in new? What are they going to do? What are we going to do? You know. But now I think as the season goes on, there'll be a couple new wrinkles from them. There'll be a couple new wrinkles from us. But other than that, I think they know our personnel. We know their personnel, and they know, you know, kind of about what to expect, and we know the same. So I don't know if there's any advantage or disadvantage. It's probably going to come down to who prepares the best, who practices the best, and who studies the most film this week.
Coach, a lot of room.
No, not one bit. I haven't noticed anything with those guys. We're focused on this game. I think these kids understand that they've worked this hard. There's only 2 teams in our league that get to play this week, and there's only a handful of other teams that get to play this week across the country, and that's what their focus is on. I know these kids came out today. They came to the meetings ready to roll. They came to practice ready to roll, and no matter what's going on around the outside world, once we step inside that fence right there, those kids are dialed in and ready to go. They're ready to bring home a conference championship to this university that it deserves so bad. These kids deserve it really bad. This fan base deserves it really bad. So these kids are ready to deliver that, I think.
Being a coach,
well, I mean, it's obviously a different team. Against USF, we were obviously trying to control the run game, trying to control Quentin Flowers in the run game. And now he's a great player, so he made us pay a little bit in the pass game, which to his credit, I didn't think he was going to do as well, but he's a good player. I talked to him after the game, and he was great with me after the game. I thought he was a great kid, and he just did an unbelievable job against us, you know, getting us ready. So in this game, we're in a different mode. You know, we're getting prepared for Memphis in a little bit different offense, similar, but with a different guy pulling the trigger, some different guys around him. So it's not quite the same game plan, but we're getting ready for Memphis now. So.
Just show them a ring, show them what's on the line. You know, there's a championship, conference championship on the line, and I think the guys are focused. They understand all the hard work, dedication, sacrifice, everything they put in this whole season is coming down to this game, and so they've been focused. The coaches have been focused. Coach Frost has been focused, and it's about going out and finding a way to win this game and bring the championship back to UCF. Leave it alone. It's rumors until anything's official. And like I said, our focus as a staff, our focus as players is the next game, and you know, taking the next step. You know, I told the offense it's like walking a balance beam or a tight wire, and you know, it started, everyone was on the tight wire, and now there's only 2 teams undefeated. And the reason why some teams fall off is they look at the outside noise, they look at everything but the game, everything but the preparation. And our guys have been focused all year, and I don't see anything different this week. Very important. You know, whoever scores the most wins. So you know, we're going to try to do what we've been doing. Like I told the guys against USF, you know, we don't have to do anything outside of ourselves. Just continue to do what we've been doing, and if we do that, then we'll put points on the board. And I know our defense is going to have a good plan, and they're going to slow those guys down. But our job is to score every time we get the ball, and that's what we're going to try to do. It's the toughest decision you're going to make as a coach, because anytime you pour your heart into the players, anytime you invest so much time into the players, you know, that's what matters, the relationship. You know, it's not about the money, it's about the players and the relationships you have. We got a great staff, and a lot of times when you leave, the whole staff can't go with you, so you're breaking up staffs, and so to me it comes down to relationships and you know, where your heart is. And I know the staff loves it here. I know the players love us being here, but I know, you know, leaving and changing jobs is one of the hardest things in the business. So